Hey everybody, welcome to another Quicksave Review with me, RC. Today we're going to be checking out a bit of UltraGoodness 2, which is a new release on the Switch. It's a budget game, it's $5. I think it's $3.99 right now for the first week of its release. And this game is a twin-stick shooter where you jam. Not really, no. Actually, in all honesty here, we're going to turn the music off because I got to tell you guys, the electronica in this game is not terrible, but it goes on and on and on and repeats and repeats and repeats, and it's so loud that it drowns out the sound effects in the game. I can't hear myself shoot in the game. So in UltraGoodness 2, you play as this good guy sitting in the chair. I don't know if he's supposed to be Jesus or just some really good guy. I'm not really sure. But you also play with your cat in tow here, and you work together shooting and destroying the forces of evil here on Earth. So we're going to jump in here. I have played close to an hour of this game so far, and I know that sounds crazy, but a couple of levels, believe it or not, are actually kind of long. Like, you'd think that this would be just a, real quick, jump in, jump out, twin-stick shooter type of game. But there are some levels that took me probably about 10 minutes to get through. We'll get into that in just a second here as to why. We're going to pick up from where we left off because I think seeing one level of this game is pretty much going to convince you guys whether this is a game you want to check out or not. Ugh, and it's a dark level. There was a dark level previous to this. I am not a big fan of the dark levels. But as you can see here, it's me and my cat. If we shoot here, my cat actually shoots rockets. How cool is that? We just picked up a mushroom. There are abilities to collect in this game. The mushroom will make you smaller and run faster, which is kind of fun. But as you can see, for me personally, the game is already demonstrating one of the things that I'm not the biggest fan of in it. Overall, I don't think this is a bad game. I think it's actually pretty fun for $5, but like, I don't really like the camera angle. Like, if you hold the cursor over, you get to see a little bit more, but especially in a level like this, it's full of darkness. This is why it was taking me like 10 minutes to get through some of the levels, because I'm like kind of inching around, trying to make sure I don't get hit, and I still get hit there. One of the other things that's really annoying in this game too is that you'll see the bushes of the trees here up in the top, corner, and on the actually all on the walls and the ceiling there, the level. They actually hide enemies in those areas, which is pretty annoying. So pretty awesome that you have a little feline that helps you fight the forces of evil. I think that is great. You can at any point, you can hit X and go into a menu, and you can actually switch between the different cats that are available to play with. So you can pick 5, which is the rocket cat that we were playing with. You can pick 1, which is your default, which is, I almost feel like it's just as useful as the rocket launcher one. But when you kill enemies, you're going to collect gems. You can see we have 1,700 gems here. So we can actually buy another cat here. Let's buy another one and see what we can do here. That almost looks like a curveball shot. What about this one? Cat's head turns into a bomb? I'm not completely clear on what all these do. These are bigger shots, I guess. Oh, we got laser beam cat. That's pretty fun. Well, what can we afford here? Let's do a spread shot one here because that looks pretty fun. Let's purchase that. Let's equip it. There we go. So we both have a spread shot, which is going to be helpful. But it looks like you do have to be a bit closer. You can't shoot them off screen like we were doing before. But yeah, there are times where this game is actually pretty difficult because the enemies, as you can see, are in the dark. We're trying real hard not to die here. And they could just pop off a screen at anywhere and just like take a piece of health right there. You only get 5 hits per level. You can, now and then, I find it very rare, but they do drop hearts every now and then for you to pick up and replenish your health. Like I said, there's one there, speak of the devil. But I don't find that they show up very often. I'm being very careful when I'm walking around the sides here, because I have no idea where the enemies are going to pop up. So there is an enemy cursor that is around your guy there. Whenever enemies are not around and you're kind of just hanging out, it'll show up in red to show you where enemies are at. And at any point, if you stop moving, you'll see things stop moving very, or they start moving very, very slowly. It kind of gives you a second to take a break, think about what you're going to do next, which I think is a cool feature of the game, to be quite honest. So I think that that is what this game is meant to be. I think it was meant to be a game that where you are not just like hammering through every level like super quick. I think that they did mean for these levels to kind of take you a little bit to get through, and to kind of like really almost laboriously kind of inch your way to the exit. And the way you know that you can exit is once all the enemies are dead. So once your little guiding arrow there turns from red to green, you know that you've killed everything and you can exit the level. But of course you gotta find the exit first. And what's strange is that the exit is actually marked by an X. I guess the whole idea was X marks the spot, but I find that to be kind of annoying, because when I first saw it, I was like, oh, X means... oh, crap. X means hit X right here. But when you hit X there, it brings up your cat menu. But you actually have to hit A and B together to exit the level, which is kind of strange. Like, I don't understand the whole point of putting an X down and then making it... you know, because the symbol matches something on your controller. Why make it so confusing? I'm actually having a much harder time with this than I was expecting. Hold on, go back. How do I know that I have... there we go. These menus are a little strange as well. Why can't I switch? That's weird. It shows that we have one selected, but we don't. We have... okay, we have 5 selected. Why can't I switch my cat? Is there another thing I have to hit? Like, it shows that we purchased it, but for some reason I can't switch my cat selection back. Huh. I don't know what is up with that. That is really strange. That's something I haven't dealt with just yet. You shoot bombs out with these little things. Boom. Those bombs actually can hit a lot of enemies. So yeah, it's another one of those, you know, $5 Switch games that, like, it's not bad, but, you know, for $5 you can't blame it too much, but at the same time, there's just like a lot of little annoyances that kind of bother you when you play it, you know, like... and, you know, I wanted to say this, too, is like, I kind of describe this game in one word, which is flashy. It's flashy. That is to say that, like, not only is it flashy because there's a lot of stuff that happens on screen at once while you're fighting enemies. Oh, crap. That guy almost got me. But it's also flashy in the idea that, like, oh, this looks like it could have been an old Flash game. Does that make sense? I wouldn't be surprised if it was at one point, because it's got that same kind of look and style to it. Come on, guys, I really just want to finish this level here. You guys are everywhere. So the game will tell you when you have enemies left to take out. I wish the game had some kind of a kill counter, you know, like old school FPSs did. Just to, you know, give you an idea that you're, like, getting close to taking them all out or whatever. The little red cursor is helpful, but it would be even more helpful to know, like, you know, how many more of these guys do I have to take out? What is going on here? As you can see here, this level is pretty long for what we got going on here. I think we finally reached, like, the end here. I'm being very careful because it's pointing up that there's an enemy over here. There we go. See that? You see the enemies hiding in the trees there? There we go, we finished it. Okay, so you see, here's the X that marks the spot area. You see you hit X, but no, you're actually supposed to hit A and B. Like, what a weird button combo to leave the level and go to the next one. I don't know, strange. Oh wow, another dark level. These dark levels I am not a fan of. The game is losing a lot of marks there, because for the past 2 or 3 levels it's been all dark levels, so I'm not a big fan of that. Just to give you guys a taste of what it should look like, we'll jump into level 2. But see, look, you can actually see things. Those dark levels suck. Why would anyone want to play like that? Ugh. You gotta, like, inch forward, like, real carefully through the whole level to make sure you don't get hit and everything. Ugh. But yeah, guys, there you go. That is UltraGoodness 2. I don't think there's really much more to say about it. I don't think it's a terrible game, but it's another one of those budget titles on the Switch. It just has a lot of little caveats that come with it. Like, you're either gonna... I think with this kind of game, you're either gonna love it or hate it. You're either gonna be, like, really into the twin-stick shooting action, or you're not. I think that's really all there is to it. I also think that the art style, it doesn't bother me, but I think it's going to turn a lot of people off considering what it is. And how it looks and everything like that. But one of the big perks of this is that on the Switch here, it runs at 60 FPS, which means it probably runs at 60 on all the other platforms too. Cross my fingers on that. I can't say for sure, but I'm assuming that's what it is because the Switch supposedly is less powerful than the other consoles. So, but anyway, guys, that's all UltraGoodness 2, $5 on the Switch. Check it out if it looks cool to you. And if this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, please feel free to give me a like and a subscribe. Really help me out. I appreciate it. Guys, thanks for watching, and of course, I'll see you all next time.